Hi. I've been driving and walking and walking and walking and walking and walking sideways. And I need to do some yoga. I did little bits, in between events. Our hotel room had yoga mats and one block. And it had a little roller too. It was like this big, really fat. I had my own roller. But anyway, it's time. It's time for some real yoga practice. Not little bites. Little bites are good. They kept me going, but this body needs some love. Have your blocks. Let's come down to the ground, and you could always situate yourself in shavasana for this first part. So I had someone say, hey, I miss when we started in shavasana. Now, I start in constructive rest to make it easier for people that don't have props, but you could certainly situate yourself in shavasana. Like that, get some blankets, pillows, legs up over a couch. Same way we will end. And we breathe. So scooching in nice and close, have the backs of the legs over top of your stack or feet on the floor, knees bent, constructive rest. Maybe a little something under your head. Breathing in and out through your nose. Remember the noise that you can create in the throat, ujjayi. So if you open your mouth and you take an exhale through your mouth like you're going to steam up your glasses, do that. A big HA sound. Feeling that vibration in the throat. And then close your lips and do that again. That throaty breath with the lips closed will create a sound, and that sound is called ujjayi. Can you create the sound on the inhale and on the exhale? And then let the sound be very smooth and soft. The less effort you use to create the sound, the smoother the sound will be. Smoothing it out. So if it feels a little choppy, sounds choppy, just use less effort and slow down the pace. We are stimulating the vagus nerve. Toning it so that it works well to communicate to your autonomic nervous system. Smooth, soft sound. Slowing it down. And now let the breath be a little bit longer. So at the end of your inhale, I want you to just allow yourself to open up. Let the breath be a little bit longer. And at the end of the exhale, can you relax a little deeper, letting more breath empty out? Let's do a couple more. When we have strong vagal tone, the body recovers from stressful events easier. We bounce back. So that sound is like a soft snore. One more time. And as the breath returns to a natural rhythm, just notice the whole body. That ujjayi sound will fade away. Ujjayi means victory over fear. Victory over fear. Let's begin to move. Take your time. Bring your knees to your chest. Always one, then the other. Hold them both. And maybe don't hold them so close. Maybe let the knees be a little bit away from your chest and roll over those bones at the back of your pelvis. And maybe shift over to one side and just kind of move your knees. Maybe both go together at the same time, or maybe you move one in and one out. Shift to the other side, see what you find. Think of it more like an exploration instead of trying to like mash out some tension or force yourself out of tightness. Just explore movement and breath. It's not like you're doing yoga. The yoga is happening. Try taking your knees out real wide if you're not, and rock the knees in and out. See what that feels like in the lower back. Hips. And then bring the knees a little closer to each other. Let's hold the left knee where it is, and then just lay your right leg back out. If you're using this stack of blankets, as I am today, or if you're in constructive rest, you can just put your foot on the floor. If you're going to slide the leg out long and straight, be really slow as you do that. Because the goal of this position right now is just to relax a muscle called your psoas. So we're just going to hold. Hold your legs however it works best for you to be very relaxed. So I'll turn and I'll show you one of the things that I always do is I use my left hand. I'm holding my left knee to my chest. I use my left hand on the side of the leg, kind of like a kickstand, and my right hand rests on the front of the knee or the back of the thigh. Is even better if you have a knee problem. And then just close your eyes and take a few breaths. And focus on that slow exhalation and how relaxed the body is. Maybe you can feel your back flattening, softening, widening, sinking back into the floor. And then all of a sudden you might feel your leg relax. The leg you're holding might just say, oh my, thank you, I can let go a little deeper.
So we're holding the knee into the chest to get this leg to relax, not to pull it in and touch your nose. Nice and slow, roll the head a little side to side. Noticing the back of your head as it touches the floor. Softening your face, your throat. Bring it slowly back to the center. Pull the belly button down towards the floor. Let's bring the other leg up and see if the leg that we have been holding close to the chest, does it come in closer, easier? And let's do the other side. So holding on, laying the other leg out long and straight. If you're not using the stuff under your legs, be very slow when you slide the leg out. Let's support your leg. Close your eyes and begin to soften. The leg that's over the blanket, super relaxed. The back is softening, trusting you. Don't be shovey. I'm not even moving my knee, I'm just holding today. If you want some movement, try turning the head gently. Witness your slow pace as you turn your head. Feeling the sensations of your skull against the floor as you're watching yourself be very slow. And you might feel your right leg relax more. Bringing that head back into the center very slowly. Let's take a couple more breaths. Softening your shoulders, the whole body. Pull the belly in, bring both knees back up into the chest. And let's roll over to our bellies. So if you have the stuff, it's going to be in your way, depending on what kind of floor space you're on. There we go. Roll to the belly. Your feet apart from each other. For a moment, just lay your head, forehead to your forearms, feet apart. Just give your buns a little wiggle. And relax. Let's come up onto elbows and forearms. Remember, if you have spinal stenosis, you want to stay low. You don't even have to do the next part. But look how low I can be. I can be here. And I'm going to use my arms. I'm going to drag my heart forward away from my pelvis. I want you to turn on your butt. Turn your glutes on a little bit. Just half strength, not a death grip. Engaging the glutes and using your arms to pull your torso away from your pelvis. You could create movement. You could come up a little higher and then come down a little lower. I want you to feel an opening, maybe even some stretchy feeling in the front of the body without feeling tension in the back. We want this bending to be happening right above the waistband. Find a place where you feel comfortable, you can stay. Pull the shoulder blades down your back. Breathe into your side ribs. Really opening up into the sides of the body. And we're going to lay in half frog, so come all the way down. Maybe turn your head towards me, especially if you don't know what you're doing. And bring your knee way up. So if you reach down with that hand, you could touch your kneecap. The back arm is down alongside your body. So their hand can rest. You could take it up by your face, but look, you could even slide it down. If it bothers your shoulder in any way, you could take your hand and kind of slide it down into that space at your inner thigh. If you feel like you can't relax here because your boobs are in the way, then just come on out and bring a pillow right under your belly. The boobs are not on the pillow. And that'll give the boobs a little space. And we let go. Each long exhalation, an opportunity to soften. So if the first pose, holding the knee to the chest, was relaxing your psoas, this relaxes the piriformis. So we're trying to get these muscles to, release some of their tension that they might be holding. And then we'll get a little stretchy, and then we'll do some strengthening. Maybe not in that order. So I'll teach you a little trick here, just in case you have tension in the inner thigh. It's really small. You won't see me doing anything. But if you have tension in the inner thigh, you could press the knee that's out to the side down into the floor, and then draw that knee in towards your hip. So it's like you're dragging your knee in. It'll lift your hip crease away from the floor. And then you just relax. You do it 3 times total. The knee presses down. The knee draws in towards the hip. It kind of lifts your butt a little bit. And on an exhale, let go. Inhale to push down, draw the knee in, hold the tension, and let it go. Take the knee that's to the side and scooch it up a little higher. Breathe all the way down to the bottom of your butt. Bend the straight leg, take your foot to the ceiling. Circle the ankle. Go both directions. Relax the ankle circles and just move the foot left and right. Be slow and small. Explore. We're kind of massaging the front of the thigh. Moving the ball in the socket. I remember the first time I did this, I felt like I had a football in the front of my thigh. All right, and then the next part is just optional. So you can keep moving your foot side to side. You can go back to circling the ankle. You could lower the foot to the floor whenever you like. Some of you, Jill, Nick, could bend your knee a little bit deeper and reach back with the opposite hand and grab. You could use both hands. I like the opposite hand because you don't lift your chest and all that stuff. So this is a big one. We just did a melt class and we lengthened the back of the body Now we're lengthening the front. You could use a strap, not easy to tie yourself up, but you could lasso a strap around the ankle. Just think the front of the hip is sinking down into the floor. Of course you could stay longer, lower the leg when you're ready. Give yourself a big exhale. And then slide that leg all the way back. Have your legs straight, but the feet are apart, and just give your butt a little wiggle side to side. I call that a butt wiggle. Let's change sides. So I'm going to lift my head. I'm going to turn around. You don't have to do this. You're going to change your arms, change your leg. And if you didn't get a pillow and you think, oh, I should probably have a pillow, this isn't very comfortable, please take the time. Get a pillow. You got to train your dog. Get me a pillow. All right, so knee out to the side. Can you bring it up so that if you take your arm down, you can touch your wrist? Slide the knee out wide so you're flat. You know, you can put this other hand by your face, or you can tuck it down into the space. The inner thigh. Back arm down by your side. Focus on the exhales. And we'll do a little pendiculation. We're going to intentionally tighten to get things to relax. Just an option, especially if the inner thigh is tight. Here we go, ready? Inhale, press the knee gently down into the floor. So as far as effort goes, I'd say maybe a 3 and 4 out of a 10 is full effort. Draw the knee in towards your hip. So I feel like I'm pulling my knee in towards the body. And then let it go. The knee will slide back out. Give the body a moment, a full breath to understand. Begin again. Inhale, press the knee down, draw the knee in, hold, and release. Everywhere. Last one. Press the knee down, draw the knee in, hold it, and then let it go. Slide it out. And then feel your whole body relax on the exhale. And then move that knee a little bit higher. Scooch it up to a new spot. Doop. Bend the straight leg foot to the ceiling. Circle the ankle. Both directions. You could keep doing that, or I'm going to relax the circles. I'm going to move my foot left and right. You can keep doing that. When you're ready, if you dare, just think about if you tighten your butt, it'll help you bring your foot a little closer to your butt. Reach back with the opposite hand and grab hold. So if I engage my butt, my front of my thigh will lengthen without the hamstring cramping up. I hate to say the C word. Exhale, let the front of your hips sink down into the floor. When you feel done, let it go. Just options, just taking you further and further. And And then when you're ready to slide the legs back, have the feet apart, and let's try bending both knees at the same time. Relax the ankles, and then both legs shift to one side and then over to the other side. Just think about your feet going left and right. They're moving together in the same direction. You feel that rocking through the pelvis. Yes, yes, yes. And then when you're done, lower down one at a time. And then we're going to roll to the side. So if you bring one arm up under your head, you can push into the hand, draw the knees up. Let's pause in a fetal position. And let's come up for a side stretch. I have to shake off my mat because I walked outside in between the classes and my husband cut the grass and I didn't realize how much grass I brought in. We're going to sit for a side stretch. So you want to gather up blankets, bolsters. I've even taken a cushion off of a couch. Is really nice, firm support. That's why I like the bolster, because it's firm. It's not mushy. So if you just sit on a bunch of pillows, that's not quite the same. So. All right. Ta-da! Have blocks handy. And I just want to move the shoulders for a moment. So I'm sitting up high, so my knees are lower than my hips. My pubic bone is tipping forward, and we're going to move the shoulders. Let's start with up. We're good at that one. I'm going to bend my elbows a little bit. You can even put your hands behind you. I'm going to draw the shoulders back and down and forward. So if you don't like the hands behind you, just kind of bring them in front of you. I'm making a square. I'm going up. I'm pulling back. I'm pushing down and going forward. One more time. Up. If you're super duper tall, you better be up there high. All right, let's go the other way. Ready? Draw them back. Up. Forward. No pain, but do reach for the greatest range of motion. Draw them back. Up. Forward. Down. And relax. Let's go sideways. Hand comes down to the floor or a block. Take the other arm up to the ceiling and reach. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Get some length. Bring the arm over near your head. Leaning in, lay your head right down on your shoulder. And just feel the breath in that rib cage, right in the tight stuff. Create a little movement. Bend and straighten the bottom elbow. A little pulsing action. The more you reach through the top arm, the more change you'll get. We're going to pause at a comfortable place and rotate the chest a little bit to the ceiling. Just feel the breath expand in the lung. Open the ribs. The arm in the air goes up and open. Out we come. I've got a lot of clicking and clunking. All right, we're going to stay on this side. I love this variation of opening the rib cage. I love, love, love. So I'm going to put the block in front of my knee off to the side. I'm going to turn a little sideways so you can really see. So it's almost like I'm using my block to help me kind of push back and be rounded. So I'm not trying to reach out further here. I'm shoving my arm into the ground or the block. And I want you to watch for just a moment. So the goal is to get breath here. The more you exhale completely and the belly pulls in, the more the inhale, the next inhale will open up these low ribs. And this is important because when you catch yourself trying to stand up straight, we take the ribs and we kind of jam them and flare in the front. And so I just want to be able to drop these ribs down. So the hand is on the block. I'm scooched back in my stack and I'm rounded like cat pose. My arm reaches out. We stay in it for 3 breaths. Look at the floor. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, empty all the way. Now don't move your body at the end of the exhale. Just reach your arm out more. And do it again. Inhale into the back. Exhale through your mouth. Empty completely all the way. You'll feel your belly pull in. And at the very last moment, just reach your hand out further. Reach your arm. Last time. Exhale. Push into the block. Exhale all the way. Reach through the top arm. Look at the floor. And then just bring that hand down to the ground. Walk yourself to the center. And just sit up for a second. Close your eyes, take a breath. Feel how spacious that side feels. And then notice the other side. Oh my. We should do the other side. Here we go, ready? Kerplunk. Hand comes down, we're on side 2. You can switch the foot that's in the front. I don't want to either, but just do it anyway. Take the arm up to the ceiling, give yourself a big reach. Scooch the arm over and lean in, head on shoulder. Look for the little pulsing action. I'm just gonna bend and straighten the bottom elbow, just moving some tissue by creating some movement. I'm going to pause at a place that I feel pretty comfortable, and I'm going to rotate my chest to the ceiling. We're breathing into the side, but the front side of the rib cage. Lower the knees, relax your hips, keep your butt on the ground wherever you're sitting. Let's get out. Arm goes first. Up you come. Block in front of the knee. Arm reaches out on the diagonal. Round the back like cat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Empty all the way. Stay where you are. Just reach your arm out further. Inhale to the back through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Empty all the way. Reach your arm further. Last time. Relax your neck. Take the hand down to the ground, coming into the middle, and all the way up. Feel how much space you can breathe into, the front, the sides, the back. When you can take a full breath like that and the breath moves easily, the body feels less stress. The nervous system knows there's no danger, you know? Okay, we need to twist, and we've really created lots of change here, so we're ready. So take your legs forward, and we're gonna twist to the right. So we're gonna bend the right knee, and I want you to take your block back behind you just in case you need it. And then we're gonna take your left leg and you're gonna move your left leg and the left side of your butt forward. So you feel like you're crooked, you're starting to face your knee. You're gonna hold your right knee with your left hand and bring your right hand behind you. And listen, you gotta have a lumbar curve. Don't be all rounded in the lower back. That is not good for your spine. Tip the pubic bone forward, have a curve. So if that's hard to do, that's why you lean back into the block. I want it to be easy. If you're struggling already, make some adjustments. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to reach that left foot forward. Feel your butt move. And then rotate around in the rib cage using the muscles of your back. My hands are working very lightly. Turn your neck. Turn your eyeballs. And I want you to use your hands to hold yourself in this place. Take a breath. Exhale, hands are light. Rotate your ribs a tiny bit more. Turn your head. Don't torture your neck. Now stay in the twist. Only turn your head back to the left. Only the head, not the shoulders. Nice and slow. Come around. You're going to find some tension in the neck if you're human. Relax your jaw. Now nice and slow. Take your head back to the right. Inhale as you go. And as you exhale, just think about reaching your left foot forward, rotate your rib cage. When your ribs can't move any further, turn your neck. When your neck can't turn any further, open your eyes and look to the right. Make your eyes look over there. Now come up, unwind, unravel. Let me switch legs. No pain, 0. Left knee bent, right hand holds that shin. And this part is so, so important. The right leg and the right side of your butt scooches forward. We're going to lean back, have a lumbar curve. Take a breath into your rib cage. On an exhale, my arms are very light. I'm not using my arms. I'm just going to think about my right foot reaching forward and my rib cage rotating. When the ribs can't move any further, turn your neck. And then open your eyes and turn your eyeballs. See what you can see. One more breath here. Now keep everything in place. The arms, the hands, the shoulders, the butt. Just turn the head back to the right. Your original chin staying parallel to the floor. Take the head back into the twist to the left. Inhale as you go. Exhale, rotate your ribs. Empty, empty, empty. Turn the neck, turn the eyes. Come out gently, lifting up. Unravel. As you come back into the center, bring the bottoms of the feet together. Take your hands back behind you. And we're going to work some muscles. I'm going to keep time. Ready? I want you to tighten your butt and move your knees down towards the floor. They're not going to move very far. Ready, set, go. You can close your eyes and just feel like your butt muscles are engaging to draw your knees down towards the floor. So the butt tightens to help the inner thighs lengthen. Couple more seconds, just holding. And relax. Breathing in and out. One more time, ready? I'm going to use my butt to move my knees down towards the floor. They're not going to move very far, but you're going to feel stuff. I want you to close your eyes and see if you can keep the glutes engaging. Do they feel like they're working the same? Ask them to help you reach the knees to the floor. 5 more seconds. And then relax. Bring the knees up, maybe manually, and slide your legs out long and straight. Give your legs a little shift like windshield wipers. Feet go out and in.
All right. Big forward bend. Take the meat of your butt and move it back behind you. Have your legs out straight. Bend the ankles. Pull your toes back, really bending at the ankle. And now when I bend at the ankle, it firms up the front of the thigh. And if this is tight, the back will lengthen. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale all the way, draw the belly in. Hinge from your hip joint. You can put your fingers here and hinge forward. Maybe you don't go very far. Bend your ankles. Firm up the front of your thighs. Hinging from the hips, we fold forward. Bend the ankles. Firm up the thighs. Maybe going a little deeper. Can you reach the floor? The more you exhale, the better. Try exhaling through your mouth. And as you exhale through the mouth, let the belly pull in. Keep the belly in. Let your head go down. I want you to have your ankles bent, the front of the thighs turned on. Exhale, draw the belly in. You should feel lots of sensation. At the very bottom, when you can't go any further, let your head hang down. Move your left ear to your left shoulder. And then move your right ear to the right shoulder. Just a little side bend through the neck. Go to the center, relax down a little deeper. Bend your ankles, turn on the front of the thighs. Exhale through the mouth. Pull the belly in and take your left ear to the left shoulder. Relax the shoulders. Take your right ear to the right shoulder. Relax your shoulders. Drop the head in the center. And come on up. Hands to your thighs. Up you come. Take a breath at the top. Sensational, right? I know. If you didn't feel that, you weren't doing it right. Have somebody check your pulse. If you're like, I don't feel anything at all. Guess what time it is? Lunge. Pick a foot. I don't mind which foot comes forward. Hands, I have my hands on tall blocks, helps you get your foot in there. But you could lower them down. And then push into the front foot to move your butt back. And then the back knee can push you forward. I'm going to move back and forth. And my legs are what are pushing me around, not my arms. And today we're going to change it up just a smidgen. As you go back, let your heel lift up, or I'm sorry, your toes. And as you come forward, sink the pelvis down. Make sure when you're in your lunge, your shin bone is vertical. So I'm going to push into my front foot, and as I go all the way back, my knee is straight, my toes are up, my head is down. And as I come forward, the hip sinks. One more time. Staying in the lunge, I'm going to make my blocks really low. This is an option. I'm going to push through the arms, bend the back ankle, tuck the toes, pull the belly in, contract the core, lift the back knee, push through the heel, bend the front knee, press through the arms. Now rock forward and back. Just go forward towards the toes and back. So we're making the back toes an ankle bend. My big toe is saying, please stop doing that. Pausing. Bend the front knee, push through the arms, sink the hips. Maybe a little shift left and right. And let's get out of there. Go forward towards your toes. Rock forward to lower the back knee. Relax the back foot. Make your blocks tall.
The bottom leg is vertical, so don't go back too far. You're going to lift the front toes and slide the heel forward. And then I want you to actively bend the ankle, untuck the pelvis, move your pubic bone down to the floor, bringing an arch into the lower back. The face is up. The sensation is in the back of the leg. Take a breath. And get out of there. Pull the foot back. We'll do the other side. We're on the home stretch. We're moving back and forth, using our legs to push us around, keeping the toes down for the first couple. I want to get that stretch in the top of the foot. And then go ahead as you go back, let your toes lift to the ceiling. You kind of sink back and then rock forward. Back, toes up and forward, hips down. Staying in the lunge, make your blocks shorter. You do not have to do this part. Bend the back ankle, tuck your toes, push into your blocks with your arms to lift the butt. Bend the front knees. The knee is right over your heel. Check your alignment. We can rock forward and back. We can pause, knee over heel, press through the back heel, push through the arms, sink the pelvis down. We can shift a little side to side. Breathing. When you want to come down, rock forward, lower the knee, relax the back toes, back up your butt, make your blocks tall. Slide that front heel forward 2 inches. Bring an arch into the lower lumbar, pubic bone goes down, front toes actively going up. Really make that ankle bend. Just 2 breaths. And get out of there. Cat and cow, ready, go. Ready? Round the back to cat. Droopy, saggy cow. There's only a 1 hip width of space between the knees. A fist width of space. So bring those thigh bones parallel to each other. Begin the movement in the pelvis. Watch the movement come up the spine. Staying in the cat pose, pushing through the arms, tuck the chin, move your butt slowly back towards your feet, going to child's pose as best you can. Come back to the hands and knees. Back to saggy cow. Back to cat. Back to child's pose. Now, if you love child's pose, go ahead and draw the hands in under your head, or even use your block. Nice deep bend in the front of the knees. Coming all the way up when you're ready. All right, coming down to the floor. Our final poses. Have a block. Now, if you want to get your things situated for shavasana, you can start to organize that. Bring your things so you don't have to get real far away. I'll give you a moment. Hi, Steve. I saw Krishna Das. So fun. Okay, ready? Block between the knees. I'll give you a little break, little prop break.
So now we're going to work a little bit. I want you to reach down with your hands, find the backs of your thighs, and then move your hands down so you feel like the sit bones, the bones of your butt. And I want you to tighten up your butt right where your fingers are, right around the sit bone area. That's called the bottom of your butt or your under butt. And then take your hands to the front of your creases. So right now, the creases are bent. There's a bend in there. When we get up into the pose, what we're doing is we're using the underbutt. Just watch for a moment. See where I'm touching. I'm using this, I'm tightening this to open this. This gets flat beneath my hands. So this is not the same as coming up here. This is arching and bringing tension in the back. We just got that to release. Keep your ribs down. And what we're doing is using the underbutt to just flatten the creases out. Okay? So fun. Ready? Arms down by your sides. You can touch your butt. Ready? Squeeze the block about 5 times. You could use a squishy ball here if you have the squishy ball. Just squeeze and release, squeeze and release, squeeze and release. Tell them, wake up, wake up, wake up. We were just lengthening them. We've relaxed them, we've lengthened them, now we're turning them on. Now squeeze the block, hold it. It's about 20-30% effort. Use your underbutt. You're gonna lift your butt, not your ribs. Feel as if you're shoving your feet forward toward your toes. And then we're gonna hold the block and use the underbutt, tighten to open the front of the hip creases. And then lower down. Use your hands and touch yourself so you know you're doing it right. Here we go. Ready? Squeeze the block. Lift your butt just an inch off the floor. Shove your feet forward. That feels like weight goes into your shoulders. Squeeze the block. Use the underbutt to open the front of the hip creases and then lower back down. 2 more times. Squeeze the block. Lift your butt. Shove your feet. Use the underbutt to come a little higher. Knees are reaching forward. The crease is open. Hold the block. Come on down. Last time like that. Squeeze the block. Lift the butt. Shove the feet. Hold the block. Underbutt engages more to open the front of the hips. The knees feel like they're reaching forward. Now keep everything engaged like this. Feet shoving, block holding, butt engaged. Do 4 all the way down and all the way back up. Don't relax. All the way down. Keep your ribs down on the floor. You can put your hands on the ribs. All the way down. Shove your feet. Hold the block. Use the underbutt. Last time. Hold it at the top. Ribs are down. Hold the block. And now what I want you to do is just get real heavy on the left foot. Feel as if you're about to lift your right foot off the ground, but don't. Squeeze the block. Reach your left knee forward. And then shift weight over into the right foot. Get really heavy on the right foot. Get light on the left foot. Use your underbutt. Hold the block. Reach the knee forward. Let's do one more time. Shift over to the left foot. Get light on the right. Use your underbutt. Shove the knee forward. And last time over to the right. Does one leg feel stronger than the other? Squeeze the block, reach the knee. Both feet firm on the ground. Shove your feet, hold the block, open up a little bit higher, and then come on down. I know. Left ankle to your thigh, but somebody has to make you do it. Left ankle to your thigh. Let's do this. Take your arms down by your sides. And then you're going to let your legs drift left and right. So I have my left ankle on my thigh. For great instruction, follow along. And I'm curious about your leg drifting down towards the floor to the left and back to center. Abdominal muscles are kicking in. Legs drift down to the left if your left ankle is on the thigh. This lengthens the tensor fascia lata. Now you could even use your right arm. As my legs drift to the left, I can turn my head to the right and bring my right arm up along the floor to the side of my head, and then bring it back into the center.
It's like you're making a snow angel with your right arm. You only got one wing last time. I'm rolling to the big toe side of my foot, the foot that's on the ground, and then pausing. And then let's pull the belly in, lift the right foot off the floor, reach up, grab behind the back of the right knee, bend the left ankle, drop your shoulders, relax your face. Maybe create a little movement left and right. And then when you're ready, get out of there. Untangle and let's put the right ankle on your thigh, bend the ankle. And I'm just going to get drifty. I'm going to go left and right. But I'm more curious about going down to the right. I can add the head and the arm as my legs go to the right, my head goes to the left. My left arm swooshes up like a snow angel and coming back to center. Abdominal muscles are engaged. It does not have to be a big movement. It can be small. Each one is going to be a little different. You have a lumbar curve. And then in the middle, when you're done, you're going to pull the belly in, flatten the back to the ground. Lift the left foot, reach up, grab hold behind the back of the left thigh. Right ankle is bent. You're going to find tension in the back of your thigh. You can create a little movement, a little side to side. Stay if you like, get out when you're ready. You're going to untangle and then bring your feet nice and wide. Let's take both knees to the right and both knees to the left. I call these windshield wipers. You can take your arms all the way overhead if your shoulders like that. Make sure the feet are wide away from each other. And the next time your legs go down to the left, pause. Knees to the left. Your right butt cheek is off the ground. I want you to tighten the right butt. Push into the big toe side of your right foot. This is how we lengthen and open the front of the hip through the waist. Change sides. Left butt cheek tightens. You shove the big toe edge of your left foot into the floor. And turn your head. You can keep going if you like. When you're done, pull your knees to your chest. Remembering what this felt like in the very beginning of class. And I don't know about you, but I am ready for shavasana. Shavasana. Take your time getting situated. I'm going to use my table here. And you're going to lay your legs out over top. Maybe cover your eyes. Maybe put a blanket over top. Start to notice your breathing.
Let's breathe in a rhythm. Let's do a couple rounds of a box breath. So you're going to inhale for 4, pause for 4, exhale for 4, pause for 4. Take a normal breath. And begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Take a normal breath. Begin again. Inhale for 4. Pause. Exhale 4. Pausing 4. Everything is even. Keep it going. All the parts of the breath are the same amount of effort, the same length, the same pace. One more round around the box. And when you finish the next exhalation, linger in that pause until you feel the desire to breathe in. Bring that awareness down to your feet and notice all of your toes. Become aware of all parts of both feet. Bring that awareness up through your ankles, into the lower legs, knees, through the length of your thighs, deep into your hips. And then just pausing and noticing your toes and your feet and your legs all at the same time. Resting completely, outside and inside, toes, feet, legs. Become aware of your hands, fingers and thumbs and hands, wrists, lower arms, elbows, upper arms, shoulders. And then notice your hands, arms, and shoulders evenly and simultaneously, outside and inside, resting heavy. Notice the torso, noticing the front of the torso, from the pubic bone to the collarbones.
Be aware of the back of your torso from your butt to your shoulders. And notice the space in between. Let there be a softening through all of the internal organs. Become aware of your neck, your head, your face. Softening inside your throat, your jaw, cheeks, your eyes. Take your awareness to the space between the eyebrows. And from there, go directly through to the center of your brain. Where you can stay awake and be aware. Noticing sounds in the distance without judging them or labeling them. What do you hear? Notice the sounds that are close to you. Softening your lips, resting your eyes. Notice the whole body surrendering to gravity. Keep letting go. Notice that you're breathing. And thank your body for healing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for healing.
Thank you for healing. Can you imagine that healing? What does it look like? When you feel ready, rolling to your side. Bringing the best of your practice back with you out into your day. Remember to come up slowly when you choose to. Namaste.